I can always count on my sheep. My quick play spell, Scapegoat. You can mop him up for me.
Welcome everybody, I'm Scapegoat. We're going over a Water XYZ deck, and it is very powerful, very fun, and all you really have to do is make Dweller pass. So this deck is going to consist of using Deep Sea Diva. You can also use Silent Angler as an extender. Marksman, he will pop face down cards. Infantry will pop face up cards. And we play Attack Squad. He is very good in facilitating OTKs. We are playing 3 Book of Moon, but do not worry about not having Book. You don't have to play Book of Moon. You can play other cards. You can play another Lance. You can play something else other than Lance. Lance is just very good to get your monsters on board. You don't need Salvage, otherwise Salvage is pretty good though. Light Imprisoning Mirror, Shadow Imprisoning Mirror are both free cards. You can get those from Luminous and Umbra. Treacherous Trap Hole clears the board, so you can even substitute another card for another Treacherous Trap Hole. If you have Paleozoic Canadia, you can play Canadia as well. Extra deck includes Brionac. I would say you would want a Brionac. Brionac's pretty good at clearing the board. You definitely want Abyss Dweller to play this deck. Hope Woven Shark, you can use 1 if you want. You can play 2. Nightmare Shark is a very good card to attack directly to do some lethal damage. We have the Crystron Matrix, who is also very good. And then we have the White Aura Dolphin, which I don't really use too often. However, it does decrease attack and comes back, so it is pretty good. So how come this deck is good? This deck can normal summon Diva, get any of the level 3 or lower Sea Serpent monsters out of your deck, special summon in attack mode or defense mode. And you pretty much just make a Abyss Dweller. But how do you make Abyss Dweller when you only have 2 Silent Angler? You have the skill Territory of the Shark, which make all water monsters you control level 4. So Diva, summon a, let's say, infantry. Normal summon, additionally, with our infantry effect, we get a marksman. That's 3 monsters on the field. You can use Territory of the Shark to make them all level 4. Exceed using Diva and infantry, you have 1 Abyss Dweller. You have Angler in hand, you special summon it because of the water monster you control. And you can make another, you can make a Hope Woven Shark, you can do whatever you want. Very good deck, they all do very good things. Let's watch some gameplay and see how it plays out.
If you wanna... My turn!
We only have a Marksman in hand versus Yuma and Astral. We're going to set a Lance and a Treacherous passing turn. That is all we can do.
I draw.
Depends on what deck they're playing, which you can only assume they're on a modding.
Summon a monster.
They're both playing the same sleeves. Oh, they're playing Thunder Dragon. We're just gonna let everything happen, right?
I activate my monster's effect. I activate my monster's effect.
Adding Dragon Hawk to hand.
Go, Yuma!
Pretty good.
Yeah. I special summon a monster.
Let that happen.
From my hand, I activate a spell card.
Melody of Awakening Dragon, discarding Roar. You search 2 cards, 2 Levianar. How's it going, Alex Duraz? How are you doing today?
Watch what we can.
He has 1 monster in the grave currently. He can make Bouncer or M7. M7 pumping back my Marksman, which I wouldn't really mind too much, right? Don't really care if he does that.
I activate my monster's effect.
More than free to do that. That only gives him the 2 cards on the field.
I activate my monster's effect.
Hawk is being discarded.
Here I go.
Virtual Kaiba was pretty good. pretty fun. We ended up getting in there day 1, beat Pros D, got to go to game 2. On day 2, we were able to beat Kaiba, and we came in clutch, and we beat him, got to the prize, and soon that really good item will be on my shelf, the Platinum Rare Blue Eyes. So I don't want to take too much damage here, right? So we just want to pump out the M7 and the Roar, right? I guess we can lance the Legionnaire, but you can't attack anyway.
My set card. I activate my quick play spell.
You're asking what's a good deck to build? Another Legionnaire is being summoned.
I special summon a monster.
This deck has a lot of extenders.
Battle.
We're going to battle. We're only going to be able to attack with one Legionnaire, passing it to me. If we draw a Deep Sea Diva, pretty good for us, right? Thank you very much, Alex Duraz, for the follow. I do appreciate that. We were looking for a Diva here. We get the Diva, luckily enough. And let us see what we can do. I'm going to use Deep Sea Diva here, getting the infantry. He is going to quit. So here we would Deep Sea Diva into infantry. Infantry would allow us to normal summon the marksman in hand. We would then use Territory of the Sharks, making an Abyss Dweller infantry detached to pop one of the Malefic monsters. We have Dweller boosting all of the attack on the field. Dweller is a 2200 monster. Dweller attack into Legionnaire. You can lance the Legionnaire. They're both 2200. They will crash. Then you have Marksman attack. Marksman is dealing 14. Squad comes out. Squad's dealing 22. Not game, but enough damage. However, our opponent, I don't know, did they just not have any resources? They used all their Thunder Dragons in the graveyard. They have one card in hand. They didn't want to play it out. But that's game.
For the first time in forever, I'm facing
Diva, Infantry, Lance, and Diva, which is pretty okay for us. We're going to start with a standard Diva Infantry on our turn to get Marksman, which would be an OTK. But we are going first, so we're just going to get the Infantry.
I activate my monsters effect.
I knew you'd do that.
Dragon Dark is being activated. And we're going to get the infantry out.
Come on out. I special
Activating the skill. And then make a Abyss Dweller.
Come on out.
We keep Lance in our hand in case we get Legionnaire, which would be useless to just set.
It's my turn. My
We
turn.
do have one pop we can make.
I draw. From my hand, I activate a spell card.
Set Melody to discard Raiden to search 2 Legionnaire.
Now, I special summon a monster.
Oh, Chaos Sorcerer is coming out. From here, might as well use this because our monster will be banished otherwise. This will prevent anything, if anything at all, to activate in the graveyard.
You fool.
We're getting rid of the Chaos Sword, putting one monster in his graveyard.
What shall I do?
Aloof Lupine is finally normal summoned, activating the effect.
I activate my monster's effect. I special summon a monster. This is my
Level duplication for an exceed of what I assume to be M7 to bounce back our monster as needed.
Here I go. I special summon a
And then
monster.
once they do that, they have more than enough to just kill us.
Here I go. I exceed summon a monster.
Focus Force, that's a little different.
Best get out of my
Once per
way.
turn during either player's turn, you can detach one exceed material from this card, then target one level 5 or higher monster your opponent controls, negate the effect of that monster
My
until
monster
the end of
attacks
this
you
turn.
directly. I am
That's a little different.
Whatever. All you're,
You're
doing
up.
is firing me up.
Kind of want Silent Angler?
I draw.
Book of Moon. Book of Moon actually works pretty okay. So we're gonna normal summon infantry.
I summon a
We'll
monster.
normal summon Deep Sea Diva.
I summon a
Diva's
monster.
effect will activate,
Monster's effect.
getting us Marksman, and Focus Force only does level 5 or higher monsters.
Summon a monster.
So we're actually going to Book of Moon, our opponent's Thunder Dragon Roar.
I activate my quick play spell.
And activate Territory of the Sharks. Special summoning Abyss Dweller.
Come on out. I build the overlay network.
Using the effect of Dweller,
Monster's effect.
detaching infantry.
I activate
On a separate chain, infantry activates, popping Focus Force.
battle.
We attack Dweller into the face down, which is 0 defense. Marksman attacks directly.
I attack you directly.
Marksman effect now activates, getting the attack squad from the deck.
This will.
And that is lethal right there.
This is the end. Direct.
Ah! You showed me that I have much to improve as a duelist.
Your mistakes cost you.
Hopefully we can summon a Dweller, which would be very bad for our opponent.
My
We
turn.
can actually do that, and we have a Light Mirror, and a Treacherous Trap Hole.
This will
We're actually pretty okay in the matchup right now.
sneak on in. Suck once I sink.
The only issue is we don't have a way to pop a face-up with Dweller. These two materials aren't really going to do anything besides Marksman's ability to pop a face-down card,
Monster.
which can prevent us from a Karma Cut.
A card. With that, I end my turn. Here I go. I draw.
You're going to see a Sage, Melody, Cards of Con,
Join me. I
you're seeing Sage adding a Stone to hand. It's followed by a discard spell. You're not seeing a discard spell, we are seeing an end phase, which we can detach Marksman, pop the face down, and go for some damage.
Activate my monster's effect.
And it was the Karma Cut like we thought it was.
It's I draw.
We do get a Book of Moon, which will not do too much right now. However, it could work out for us in the future.
I'll attack my monster.
We fast turn on that.
Not over. Done. My turn. I end my draw. I set a monster.
We're setting another monster, which if stone won't matter too much, especially since we do have the Light Imprisoning Mirror, we don't really have to use the effects of our Dweller.
Come on out.
However, we are going to use the effect of a different Dweller
Monster's effect.
to get our Marksman from deck, popping the face down, and not even needing the effective Dweller to resolve, because we are going to just do lethal on him right now. Because of Marksman's ability to pop the set card.
Here goes. I exceed summon
The
a
second Dweller will boost the attack of the other Dweller as well. That is 27 and 2700 damage.
I act.
Dweller's effect activates, we detach Marchman, targeting the face down card, for destruction, which is likely the stone to special summon a Blue Eyes. Going straight into the battle phase, if I can click it, and attempting to do lethal.
This isn't over between us.
You're challenging me is your first.
It's my turn.
We do have a infantry marksman, which is a pretty good dweller right there. However, our attack squad is in the hand. We want that in the deck for the most. Our opponent is passing, likely because they want us to do damage to him.
I set a card.
We're going to normal summon our infantry.
I summon a monster.
Additionally, normal summoning our marksman.
Summon a monster.
Don't know what to expect from our opponent. It could be Lunalite. We are going to summon Dweller in defense mode.
This will work. INC summon.
We don't want to proc his skill unless we can do lethal on him 100%.
I draw a card.
He's about to end his turn now.
Here I go. It's I draw.
We have another infantry. He's baiting us to do a lethal to him right now. Still don't really want to do that, right? What do we want to do here? I'm going to set infantry and pass.
It's my turn. I draw a card.
Ending his turn again. We're hoping he does not have more than one. Our light imprisoning mirror actually works pretty well against Lunalite, right? So I feel like right now is a fair time to go all in.
Here goes. I summon a monster.
We will go into attack mode with all this stuff, right?
Battle.
And we can turn off our toggle to see if our opponent has something chainable, which they do. We know they have a trap in hand.
I cannot afford to lose exactly what I was waiting for.
Battling Boxer Veil comes down,
I special
and we
summon
will attack the Veil.
I'll attack with my monster.
Exactly what they wanted.
My turn.
Here I go. My turn. Part of the card.
Destiny Draw is now procced. He can do whatever he wants right now.
I draw a card. Now is the time. I summon a monster.
We are getting Lunalite onto the field. I can't really do too much to that, right? I'll let that happen, I guess. So do you want to read what is sent to the graveyard?
My monster's effect activates.
Oh, dark monsters. Are Lunalite all dark cards?
To which I activate my monster's effect. I knew you'd do that. I activate my monster's effect.
From my hand, I activate the
Lunalite Fusion for what I assume to be 3.
I'm counting on you. I fusion summon a monster. My monster's effect activates.
5,200 attack right there. Unfortunately, can attack right into our Dweller for game. We do have Book, which we can use on our Dweller, which will decrease the attack of our Goon
Set card.
by a lot. 14.
My turn
Here
is
I
done.
go.
We have to find a way
I draw.
to make this work against our opponent. I think the play is to make Dweller.
I activate the spell card Salvage. I retrieve 2 water monsters with 1,500 or lower attack points.
Oh, this is so tough. I don't know what we can do, really. The Dweller boosts the attack of the Synchro, actually. I think it does. Alright, yeah, of course, yeah, it does. So I think we can get over it via that. So I think we do make the Dweller. So let's make Dweller right now. Do we have Marksman anywhere in the graveyard? No, okay, so we can definitely do this.
Ow!
I do want to use my additional normal summon here. No? I guess it doesn't really make sense.
Here goes.
Dweller will special summon, increasing the attack of water monsters. We can also summon Diva. Diva's effect will activate,
Monsters of
getting us a 3 from the deck.
Here goes. I special summon a
Special summon Amatrix. So the one other thing I don't know if it occurs, I don't know if that monster can't be destroyed by battle as well. If it is, it's pretty much useless what we're doing right now, but worth a shot in the long run, right?
Go. Attack.
Well, looks like we can do it.
Direct attack.
And do we see the last hand trap in hand?
I cannot afford to lose.
That's
Alright, we did get over it.
My turn.
I end my turn.
However,
I still believe in my cards. I draw. Congratulations.
You're nothing but.
we won that duel somehow, after a lot of critical thinking.
You're gonna learn you got
I mean, I obviously look at those and I'm like, I never use them, because, you know, we're playing KOG most of the time. I'm not going to use them, but I see Necro Valley, I see Chaos Hunter, some other cards. Some people put Offering in their other side deck too, right? So here we're going to see the classic Onomot strategy, where they summon Bouncer and pass.
Or Gaga in play.
And if that's all they put on the field, I think that's OTK.
Gaga coat. Gaga sister has another effect.
But I do want to get into the tournament scene, so hopefully Kamel can help me with that. Otherwise, I'll just learn myself.
I'll play.
We'll just play
I build the
in some
overlay
DLE or DLM tournaments.
summon.
Figure it out.
I
My
end
turn.
my turn.
Well, like we thought, we were ending on our opponent. We're going to Book of Moon the Bouncer.
From my hand.
Bouncer is not an issue.
Quick play spell.
Setting the Shadow Mirror, which is pretty good against Sister and the other cards. We're going to normal summon Infantry, allowing us the additional normal summon a Diva.
Here goes.
Diva will search out the Marksman from deck to special summon,
Monsters effect.
and that should be GG.
This will work. I special.
Territory of the Sharks activates. We can special summon Dweller now.
Here goes. I exceed summon a
Dweller will now attack into the face down Bouncer.
attack. Go.
Marksman now attacks. Marksman effect activates, getting the Goon Squad out. And just like that, that is GG easy clap.
I special. This is the end. A number may be powerful, but you're still just a card. And if I know a card's effect, I know how to counter it.
Leave that part out.
If you want to lose, you came to the right spot.
Diva Angler squad, we got a pretty good hand. If we go first, we have the Shadow Mirror. We are going first. We don't want to go too hard on our opponent. We don't want to put him on a life support system.
I activate my monster.
So, I'm going to summon Infantry.
This will
Gives us some interruption, and your opponent cannot play anything from their graveyard, essentially, right? Grave effects are not allowed.
I
We'll set the Shadow Imprisoning Mirror,
Set a card.
and passing our turn.
I end my turn.
My turn. I draw.
Looks like we have an XYZ. You followed? Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
This is how
After giving me all that advice and tips and tricks. We are seeing the magical effect of Automata Play, putting back 2 cards, getting 2 other cards that he would need. We do have Shadow Imprisoning Mirror to help halt our opponent's dark effects. Sister is dark, Head is dark. We do see a lot of dark cards. And he has the Baby Utopia.
When Gagaga sister is
Sister's effect is activating. We're going to use the effect of Shadow Mirror.
Check out my set card. I activate my continuous trap.
Sister is now negated.
I activate my spell.
Kagaga Bolt is now activated, targeting either the Dweller or the Shadow Mirror. Dweller is targeted. We're going to use the effect
Activate my
of Dweller to pop the Sister.
I knew you'd do that. I activate my monster's effect.
I end my
Here I
turn.
go.
Turn is now ended. It is our turn. If we draw Diva, it's pretty good here. Do not draw Diva.
I set a card.
We can do another Dweller. It won't really do too much for us, though. We do have a Lance. Our opponent could somehow make M7, right? Or does the Shadow Mirror lock out the levels for him?
Here,
Maybe attack boost is the way to go.
sneak on in.
Maybe we can make the Shark. No point in using Dweller.
And the sea merchant. Number 30.
Using the Shark effect, Shark attack, do 2600 damage, passing turn. See if our opponent can do something. We know he has one non-dark monster in hand.
I'm counting on you, Dododo Buster.
And he's Dododo Buster. Earth Monster. Special summons right off the bat.
Here comes Utopic Automata.
Onomatopoeia. Those are the 2 monsters we now know are not dark monsters, so that's good.
Activates. Come out, Gagaga Mancer.
Mancer's effect will not activate, except as a material will. What kind of card is our opponent going to make?
Go, Yuma.
Christian Exceed play for Abyss Dweller. Our opponent's making his very own Dweller.
Summon.
If we have a Zubama
Our
or
opponent's summoning his
Gagaga,
Gagaga coat.
summon this.
Come on in, Zubaba Bancho Gagaga Coat.
You're going to see another rank 4 play.
You come back when you're...
We see no such thing. We win. GG, easy clap.
It's my turn. Come on out. I activate my monster's effect.
Diva to get infantry. Infantry is going to special. Territory of the Sharks will activate. Abyss Dweller is summoned, and then we make Abyss Dweller. Sitting on that, which is actually pretty good for us in the mirror match because we can combat our opponent's Water Exceeds.
My turn. I draw. From my hand, I activate.
Book of Moon is a very spicy card for our opponent. Now they can play Yu-Gi-Oh! We're hoping they summon infantry because we can Book of Moon their infantry and just go to town. There we go.
I knew you'd do that. I flip over my set card. I activate.
If he has a Lance, this is very good for him. Does not have Lance. I'm assuming there's another book in hand, as it's another chainable card.
I draw.
You have another Deep Sea Diva. So I think the play here, knowing we know that they have Book of Moon face down, would be to just summon... actually we can do infantry and marksman. We still have a diva to make a synchro afterwards, right? Let's do that.
I'll play this.
You might get kind of spooked here
Monster.
when I summon both of these cards.
I summon a monster.
We're going to activate the skill, Territory of the Sharks, and then make another Dweller. We have 2 monsters now that can just pop cards.
I summon a monster.
We don't even have to use the effect yet. We're going to get attacking right here.
Time to battle.
Going to attack. He's going to likely chain Book of Moon. If not, we just get a free attack. We get a free attack. We're going to go for a second attack, doing damage. He allowed both.
Whatever.
Both of these monsters have infantry as a material,
If you don't
stopping him if he does do another infantry play. Very interesting. It might not even be book.
I summon a
Infantry again. We do want to stop it with the one that has more materials. So we will detach infantry to pop their infantry,
You fool. I activate my monsters.
causing his monster to go to the graveyard. I don't know what his face down card is if it's not book.
Are you even... I end my... It's my turn. I draw.
We draw marksman and cannot get any more perfect than that.
Goes. I summon a monster.
We can easily just use the effect of this Dweller right here, popping the face down after we've already been through everything. We have more than enough on the field to do lethal. Marksman will pop the face down. We will see what he had. It was Lance.
Time to
I'm
battle.
wondering if he had Lance for the time we killed his infantry with our Dweller, the effect of our infantry. Which wouldn't have done much. Oh no, we used Book of Moon on the infantry, which he probably could have used Lance if he had it at that point, right? But I suppose our Dweller would have taken care of that. It's good that we're thinking. Trying to remember all these effects.
Duel disc, go. My turn.
We have the good old combo. OTK, but we're going first. So we're going to leave infantry in hand, and we're going to grab one from the deck. We do have salvage, so we can just do it all again, right?
Here goes.
Nothing too crazy.
I special
Activate skill, Territory of the Sharks, turning our monsters to 4s, summoning Abyss Dweller. Abyss Dweller is summoned with Graveyard Interruption as well as Onboard Interruption in the form of destroying a card. We set the Shadow Mirror, hoping our opponent plays a degenerate Shadow Dark deck or whatnot, and passing turn.
I draw. From my hand, I activate a...
Member of the Forest, target one monster your opponent controls, change that target to face down defense position. Then you can return all field spells to the hand. That's just a poor man's Book of Moon.
But now,
We're going to use that to put Diva in the grave. We're going to have our salvage activatable the following turn.
From my hand, I activate.
Charge of the Light Brigade is activated, sending a bunch of cards to the graveyard. Levianair is dark. That is great for us. Opponent gets the Lumina. If they have a Raiden to discard for this, that's pretty good for them.
Monster's effect.
I just banish my Dweller. They do have the Raiden. They special Raiden, then they can use the effect to mill 2 more cards.
Here I go.
Pretty good.
Special summon. I activate my monster's effect.
Minerva was sent to the grave. They get to send 1 more. And we have Alistair. What is this deck? They have so many cards in here. We have Anari Fire. We have all the Light Sworns. We have Invoker. We are synchroing into Michael or Every. I don't know which one.
Summon a
I see a lot of spellcasters, yeah. Every is light, unfortunately.
Let's battle. Okay. My monster attacks.
That is all our opponent is doing.
My turn.
I don't think that's enough for our opponent.
It's my. I draw.
We drew a Marksman, which isn't horrible. We're going to salvage back 2 of our monsters.
I retrieve 2 water monsters with 1,500 or lower attack points.
And we can easily just pull a monster out of our deck. We're going to pull Infantry out, just to have more advantage, right? 2 are better in our hand. Additionally, normal summoning Marksman.
I summon a monster.
Territory of the Shark here. Everything is now 4. Making an Abyss Dweller here.
Here goes.
Boosting the attack of Marksman.
The overlay network. I activate.
Dweller activates, putting Marksman in grave.
I activate my monster.
Target Every. Battle phase. Marksman attack. Marksman effect.
I activate my monster.
Summon the Goon Squad.
Here goes. I
And easy GG clap, right?